Once upon a time, in a colorful little town, lived two best friends, Samir and Mishi. Samir was a whirlwind of energy, super smart, a little bit naughty, with a twinkle in his eye. Mishi, on the other hand, was gentle and sweet, a bit shy, and loved to read quiet books under a big oak tree. They were as different as sunshine and moonlight, but they were inseparable. Every morning they'd walk to school together, their bright yellow backpacks bouncing along. Samir would be telling a grand story, maybe about a secret agent squirrel he saw, while Mishi listened, her quiet giggles like tiny bells. Their favorite class was English, taught by the wonderful Mrs. Davis. She made learning feel like a magical adventure. One day, Mrs. Davis announced, "Class, we're going to have a special English storytelling festival next month. Everyone will share a story in English." Mishi's heart did a little flip-flop. She loved stories, but speaking in front of everyone, that sounded terrifying. Her cheeks turned a soft pink, and she nervously tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. Samir, however, grinned from ear to ear. A challenge? He loved a good challenge. "I'm going to tell the most amazing story ever," he declared to Mishi during lunch. "It'll have dragons and spaceships, and maybe even a pizza-eating monster." Mishi just nibbled on her sandwich. I don't know what to do," she whispered. "I'm not brave like you, Samir. I'll forget all the words." Seeing his friend so worried, Samir's usual mischief softened. "Hey, don't say that. You know more English words than anyone. You're always reading those big, thick books. You just need a little boost of confidence." Over the next few weeks, Samir became Mishi's personal storytelling coach. After school, instead of playing pranks or chasing butterflies, he would sit with Mishi in her garden. "Okay, Mishi," he'd say, standing on a tree stump like a director. "Let's practice. Tell me a story about that ladybug." At first, Mishi's voice was barely a whisper. She'd stumble over words and look down at her shoes, but Samir was patient. "Louder," he'd cheer. "Pretend you're telling the story to the flowers. They're a very friendly audience." He made funny faces and acted out the parts, making Mishi laugh so hard she forgot to be nervous. They practiced every single day. Samir helped Mishi choose a story she loved, a tale about a little star who was afraid to shine. Mishi practiced telling it to her reflection, to her teddy bears, and to the wise old oak tree. Slowly, her voice grew stronger, and her gestures became more confident. She realized that the English words she knew from her books could come alive when she spoke them. Finally, the day of the storytelling festival arrived. The school hall was buzzing with excited parents and students. When Mishi's name was called, her heart started to pound again. She took a deep breath and looked at Samir in the audience. He gave her a big thumbs up and a secret, encouraging wink. Mishi walked to the stage. She closed her eyes for a second, picturing her garden and the friendly flowers. Then she opened them and began. She told the story of the little star, her voice clear and steady. She used her hands to show the star twinkling, and she put so much feeling into her words that the entire room was silent. captivated. She wasn't just speaking English. She was painting a picture with her words. When she finished, there was a moment of silence, and then the hall erupted in applause. Mishi's face broke into a huge, radiant smile. Mrs. Davis gave her a warm hug, and her parents looked so proud. Later, Samia ran up to her. "You were amazing, Mishi. I told you you could do it." Mishi hugged him back tightly. "I couldn't have done it without you, Samia. You're the best friend ever." From that day on, Mishi wasn't quite so shy. She discovered the magic of her own voice, and Samia learned that the best adventures are the ones you share with a friend. Together, they continued their English journey, knowing that with a little help and a lot of heart, they could do anything. Thanks for watching our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.